Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's Blue here. We are back with another video. I'm gonna make this one a quick one. I do have somebody to see tonight, but I did promise you this video is gonna come out. So here it is. This is going to be the Feral AOE build for your Mythic pluses. It's also gonna show you how we will transition in Mythic pluses from AOE to our single targets, as well as we're gonna go over the single target raid fights and the build that you should be doing for raid fights, as well as there's another fun talent choice that we can show. We're going to be bringing back the Parsing build. There are some exceptions and what you will need to do the Parsing build, but let's get into it. So first of all, Mythic Plus. Feral, we are so strong in Mythic Plus right now, you guys. It is nuts, okay? We are doing really well in Mythic Plus. This is the build you want to do. I have seen some people talk about, hey, moving Predator out for Sabretooth. You guys need to understand, Sabretooth is like one of our strongest talents for single target, okay? You take this out, we're doing crappy boss damage. It's up to you. You want it, you know, if you really want to do that, that is fine. I'm not going to do it. This is what I run. You can do Predator. Predator does work really well. I would imagine it works really well with Tiger's or Jungle Fury, right? Tiger's Fury increases your critical strike by a certain amount by 12 seconds. Hey, if you can keep on stacking this, that would be amazing. It would be amazing, but it's not going to happen for boss fights. So it's up to you. You would just be doing some crap damage for boss fights. I wouldn't suggest that. I've seen some comments, about this. I do understand what I see what you're going with this. Not for me. I want to be overall good. I don't want to be just great at something and bad at something else. So that is my opinion. If you do want to run it, I do see that it could be valid. We are not going to be doing this in the video. All right. So how are we doing this with Primal Wrath? You guys, AOE, so easy with this build. Does a lot of damage. Do it with your eyes closed. So simple. Okay, let's go over it together. First of all, we do want to buff with our regrowth. We want to go into stealth. We'll open up with the Tiger's Fury. We'll also open up with one rake, and then no more rakes. No more rakes, anybody. Rakes are easy. That's it. Just that one. Out of stealth rake is so strong, and that's the only reason we use it. Now, if you do have any items with wild flesh rending, you will be doing lots of damage in dungeons depending on how many wild flesh rending you can do. If you have the BIS gear, you should only have one wild flesh rending. If you have more, it will help you in the dungeon environment, okay? But you are not going to be, I don't want to say this, you will be doing a lot of damage with more wild flesh rendings in dungeon environment, but you will still be performing very well if you get the BIS gear suggested in one of my recent videos for raiding, okay? So, I do need to take in mind you might not be doing the same damage as me. I do have 2 wild flesh rendings, so take that into mind. So let's go ahead and start this off again. Let's see here. This will be buffed. So I'll get that. That'd be kind of fun to do. Click this one. Swipe. Swipe to victory. Swipe to victory. Oh, going. Regrowth, Primal Wrath. Swipe to victory. Hey, check this out. My rake fell off. Don't care. My thrash fell off. I do care. Right? Oh my goodness. Check out this rotation. So easy. This is it. Boom. Doing lots of damage. Okay? Let's hit it again. Boom. Oh yeah. Cake, you guys. This is cake. Okay. It's so simple. Now what does my damage look like? Swipe is very well. Your swipes may be different because it does depend on, of course, your amount of wild flesh rendings. Okay, but mostly Rip and Primal Wrath. This is going to be a lot of our damage, right? Very simple, right there. Okay, so that's that. Now you may ask, Blue, well, when do we do our Ferocious Bite? Well, on dummies, you never do Ferocious Bite. Okay, simple. But on ads, when they are dying, we will start incorporating Ferocious Bite. Why? Well, okay, if there's 4 targets up and some of them start to die, it's not going to be very beneficial for me to Primal Wrath. What if they're all low health? Well, Primal Wrath is more, basically, a lot of this damage is on Rip, right? We discussed that. Rip's a lot of the damage. Well, if they're already dying, let me bite them, okay? So you do need to, it's kind of like, it's going to be on yourself, like, okay, if these are dying, maybe I'm going to incorporate my bites now. If there's only 2 targets, I still Primal Wrath. But if there's only 2 targets, I am able to incorporate, depending if you know how well your energy, because we do get starved once in a while, depending on how your energy is, you can bite 1, refresh the rip, switch targets, try to get through your rotation, maybe do an early bite, but you can keep that rip up by biting them, right? So that is also for 2 targets, you know, you can incorporate bites in there. But that's it. That's really easy. We're going to go ahead to this guy for single targets because this guy always parries the crap out of me and makes my damage look stupid. And I just realized that someone was telling me today, and I was like, oh, snap. Okay. Regrowth right in here. Very simple rotation. Let's hit pop this because I'm getting lucky because it's getting all my 6. I'm going to buff everything. Just go through the rotation. So simple. Don't get starved, man. Come on, crits. Crits. That's what I need. Not getting them. I'm going to pop my early. Ugh. Okay. This is bad. Do not approach a boss fight without your Berserk. I'm not doing it because we're going to do it on some other builds here. But I do need to let you know there is videos. My door. Nobody's at home and my door is shutting by itself. Freaks me out. Okay, there are videos. Check it out. Really cool video I did. But in dungeons, I'm doing over 20k. I can do around 20k consistently, depending on the mechanics, of course, if you need to kite around. Do 20k when you're doing this AoE build. It is so strong, and that's what I'm talking about, why I choose to do Sabretooth. I would rather be great at AoE, great at single target, and then just like, whoa, you know, I don't need to be outstanding at either one. And this is also why you don't go in the dungeon Brutal Slash, because this is a single target rotation. I have gone into a dungeon Brutal Slash accidentally right after raid without switching my talents. It is painful. If you do that, you need to focus on rakes, okay? You need to rake every single target, and as you just saw this rotation with Primal Wrath, why would you ever want to do that? You know, it's just so much easier to do this. You'll still do more damage with Primal Wrath and Brutal Slash. If you do it by accident, you're going to have a hell of a time. You're going to have to really try hard to actually be doing decent damage. But your single target will be better, you know. So now that we talked about that, let's go over single target. Look at that switch. So easy. AoE, single target. AoE, single target. Really easy. Okay? Let's check out the build. Now, you guys may say, Blue, how do I incorporate my Brutal Slash into my rotations? Very simple. You use Brutal Slash after using Tiger's Fury. Done. Okay? Period. 4. Magic number. 4 Brutal Slashes. Okay? Once you hit Tiger's Fury, you can use 4. Hit that button 4 total times, and then do not touch it again until you hit Tiger's Fury, okay? Sometimes that last 4th one, depending on what you're doing, depending on the rotation, you may not get it. It may not be buffed with Tiger's Fury, and that is fine, okay? So let's go into the rotation. I'm not going to be saving Berserk. I'm saving Berserk for something really special. You guys are going to see. It's going to be like an extra to this video. Really fun. I went in combat? Okay, cool. We're not going to get this guy buffed, unfortunately, but we'll go into it. Hopefully I get some crits. Get through my rotation. 1, 2, boom, 3. I'm waiting for my 4. I'm going to get it right here. Gotcha. Okay, and ka-chow. Continue through rotation. Don't touch your Brutal Slash, yo. Don't do it. It's tempting. Don't do it. You will do a lot more damage if you save it, right? So, 2, and our Tiger's Fury is about to come off. I'm actually going to wait. Okay, I need to get my Thrash. I got 1, 2, 3, and Blue says I get a 4th. Thank you, Blue. 1 more. Boom. That's it. Very easy. I am a little starved, of course. Like I said, you know, don't go into these fights without, you know, without your Berserk. Okay, so what are we doing? 20K. Oh, are we really doing 20K? Look at that. 20K. I'm not even Berserking. This is it. Really good. I don't even know how much damage I'm doing. I haven't been raiding that much, you know. I got all my BIS gear. I'll go into Mechator, Heroic Mechator when I can, so I'm not even wearing my damage. But I'm topping meters, yo. Pharaoh's doing great. So, check it out, you guys. I want to show you something very interesting, very fun, with a lot of stipulations to it, okay? we are going to be talking about the parsing build from last, oh gosh, last season, right? So you guys remember that parsing build where it's just like, yo, just shred is your damage, and it shred crits a lot, right? That was really fun. We're gonna bring it back, you guys. Okay? How do I bring back the parsing build? Well, incarnation. Incarnation. If you do this build, it has stipulations. One of these stipulations, wild flesh rending. If you have 0 wild flesh rendings, hello, don't even think about that. If you got 3 wild flesh rendings, dude, you are doing great, right? So wild flesh rending is key to your success with this, okay? Um, Moment of Clarity is also very good for this. Brutal Slash, single target. Hey, check it out. You can also bring this in dungeon with Primal Wrath, but remember, it's going to be focused on your incarnation, you know? So if you get some big pulls, incarnate for the ads, wreck them, okay? We'll check this build out. I'm saving my incarnation just for this one. You do need to understand, though, this is a parsing build. This will not do as much damage if the fight is elongated, right? So if you go into normals with a good group that can kill stuff, do this, okay? The bosses will die quickly. You're going to look like a freaking hero doing this, okay? If the fight is elongated, this will do less damage than your standard single target. All right, something else to tell you. Go ahead, sim yourself with these talents. You'll see something interesting. Your stats change completely. Okay, well, not completely. Crit is still best. Haste. Haste comes back when we do this, right? The reason I haven't really tested this build very much is because I don't have haste gear. I don't have haste crit gear. I am going to be saving some of my gear that I get from dungeons, trying to make this build work, trying to get 3 wild flesh trainings. As I said, I have 2. We're going to try to make this build work as much as possible. That will be for later videos, and hopefully we can make the parsing come back. But let's go through the rotation. Let's check out what the damage, what it can do. Let's wait till that gets to 6, and it's about there. Of course I'm not getting any crits, come on. This is my 4th one, by the way. My Brutal Slash, and I'm not touching it. Oh, I gotta get through the rotation. There we go, got my rake. Okay, cool. Damage was okay. I have done better with this build. Not gonna lie, a little disappointing. What am I in? Current? Yep, I've seen better. Honestly, I wasn't watching damage meters through it, so you would have to see. But I believe last time I did this build, I was around 30k, and then it just started dropping after that. But again, you know, it depends on your stats. Do not have a lot of haste gear, okay, you guys? Don't have a lot of haste gear, but this is good. I would say this build will come back to parsing, you know, but it depends on your gear. Definitely depends on another Azurite trait. But look at my shred. My shred's doing a lot of damage. I will have to. I'm interested to see. Platform that allows the use of prowl once in the combat causes shred and rake to deal damage. So this actually doesn't even affect my brutal slash at all. So that's really interesting. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, so I was for some reason thinking this was affect my brutal slash. I guess because I'm always thinking, you know, like because wild flushing, I'm always thinking of shred and brutal slash together. But that's not the case. So this will only affect your shred. So let's even see. I'm just interested. So average 10.5k and average 19k. So actually every single time that I did brutal slash was bad. Okay, we're going to try this video. I'm going to speed it up. So now that we know this fact, brutal slash, we're not even going to be running brutal slash on single target. Probably going to say we're just going to be doing primal wrath, and the reason we're doing this is to make sure you're not tempted to press that button, okay? Because we should only be shredding, and then we'll just do primal wrath in case it's an add part of the fight, and then we just have that option, right? What's up, guys? Fast forward to a future me. Hello. And let's go into the rotation. Oh, shoot. I did not mean to hit that button. I thought I was popping my trinket, and I popped my Tiger Sphere on accident. But we could still see doing good damage. Dang, nice crits there. Come on. I'm gonna wait for my... Not gonna lie, it's feeling pretty good. It's doing good. I'm just kind of curious to see what we're looking like when we're falling off. Going down a little bit right now. I'm gonna wait for my Tiger Sphere on this one. Still on this one out. Yep, we're stalling out. This is around the area that my other build would be doing better. But I don't have 3 Azurite traits. I do not have the BIS or the stats. But here it is for you guys if you want to check it out, if you want to mess with it. This is it. Let's check out what the damage looks like. Shred is right around Ferocious Bite. Ooh, check that out. Interesting. So Shred is very strong, hitting for almost 20k a pop. Not bad. That's it, you guys. Thanks so much for joining in. I hope you guys liked it. If you have some questions, leave some questions. You guys smash that like button, okay? I appreciate you guys watching it, but hey, let's get some likes on the video. Boop. Peace out.